My beloved child, before the world stirs and the first light touches the horizon, I am already with you. Long before your eyes open, my presence surrounds you, whispering life into your soul and strength into your body. I have watched you in the quiet of the night, heard your sighs that no one else could hear, and gathered every unspoken prayer into my hands. In the stillness, I speak softly to your heart. You're not forgotten. You're not unseen. You're infinitely loved. Every breath you take is a reminder of my faithfulness. Every sunrise, a testimony that my mercy renews itself for you once again. Do not begin this day burdened by yesterday's shadows, for I have already written new mercies upon the pages of your morning. As you rise, pause to feel the sacred rhythm of life within you, the heart that beats, the air that fills your lungs, the spark of consciousness that wakes you. All are gifts flowing from me. Let gratitude be your first thought, for thanksgiving unlocks the peace that has been waiting to settle over you. Lift your eyes from the weight of worry. The world will offer you reasons to fear, but I offer you reasons to rest. Do not rush ahead of my timing, for the pace of grace is never hurried yet never late. In the quiet rhythm of obedience, you will find that every need is already known, every step already prepared, every challenge already held in my design. I have seen the battles you have faced, the unseen ones within your mind, the silent ones within your heart. When doubt whispers that you are alone, remember this. I am closer than your very breath. Even in your questions, my love remains steady. Even in your weakness, my strength remains unbroken. You do not have to earn my favor or perform for my affection. Simply rest in the truth that you are mine, created with purpose, sustained by grace and destined for light. When fear tells you to retreat, let faith take your hand and lead you forward. For I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Every trial that once seemed to break you was shaping something eternal within you. Do not despise the days of difficulty, for they are the soil where endurance grows. I do not waste pain. Even the tears you thought were lost in the night have watered the ground beneath your feet. From those hidden places will rise new strength, the kind that no storm can uproot. When you cannot see progress, trust that I am working beneath the surface. The roots of your faith are deepening, preparing you to stand taller than you have ever stood before. You have asked me for signs, proof that I am near, evidence that I am listening. Look again. My signs are not always in the thunder or the earthquake, but in the whisper, the quiet kindness, the strength you feel when you should have fallen apart. Every breath of hope that rises unexplainably within you is my presence. Every moment peace enters a chaotic thought is my answer. You have not been walking in circles. You have been walking in preparation. Your path has purpose, and every delay is divine alignment. Every detour is a redirection towards something greater. There will be voices that try to define your worth by your productivity, by how much you accomplish, or how quickly you achieve it. But my voice speaks a different truth. You are valuable not because of what you do, but because of who you are in me. You are chosen, not for perfection, but for presence. You are loved, not for performance, but for being my creation. Let this truth quiet the noise around you. Let it remind you that peace is not found in success, but in surrender. The world will always demand more, but grace always says, rest, you are enough. When the weight of expectation presses against your chest, breathe slowly and remember, you are not carrying this alone. I am yoked beside you, bearing the heavier load, steadying your steps when the road grows uneven. Do not strive to control everything. Control is a burden that steals your joy, but trust releases the miracle. The future you worry about is already known to me. Every detail written in compassion, every outcome wrapped in mercy. I am the author and finisher of your faith, and what I begin, I complete. Trust this process, even when the middle feels like chaos. There will be moments when people do not understand you, when your heart feels misunderstood or your kindness goes unseen. Let it not harden you. Continue to love as I love, freely, without expectation. For the reward of kindness is not in the recognition of others, but in the reflection of my heart within you. When your name is spoken falsely, stay silent. and let peace be your defense. For I, your defender, see all and will vindicate you in my perfect time. Bless those who misunderstand you. They are often the ones most in need of compassion. You were not created to chase approval, but to carry presence. When you walk into a room, the atmosphere should shift because heaven walks in with you. You are my dwelling place. Wherever you go, my peace can go. When you speak with kindness, my spirit speaks through you. Do not underestimate the quiet power of gentleness. In a world that screams to be heard, gentleness becomes the voice of eternity. My child, I see the longings you keep hidden, the prayers you dare not voice aloud, the dreams you've buried beneath responsibility and fear. They are not forgotten. I have stored them like seeds in the soil of time. Some are beginning to sprout even now, quietly, unseen. Others will bloom in their appointed season. And when they do, you will know it was not delay, but divine timing. Do not rush the unfolding. The same hand that painted the galaxies is gently writing the next chapter of your life. I know you grow weary. Even faith can feel heavy when the waiting stretches long, but I am not asking you to pretend that everything is fine. I am asking you to bring the weight to me, lay it down, piece by piece, thought by thought. You were never meant to carry the world on your shoulders. That burden belongs to me. When you let go, I lift. When you release, I restore. When you rest, I work. And when you trust, miracles begin to move quietly in your favor. You do not need to see the whole picture to believe that it is beautiful. Even now, the colors of your story are blending into something radiant and new. What once felt broken is being transformed into art. I use the fragments of your failures to reflect my glory. Nothing is wasted, not one tear, not one loss, not one moment of confusion. All of it becomes the canvas where mercy paints redemption. Behold, I make all things new, even you. So walk gently through this day. Let kindness be your rhythm and gratitude your melody. Do not rush the tempo I have set for your life. With each step, you are becoming more like the one who created you. There is no pressure to be perfect, only the invitation to be present. And in that presence, my peace will meet you again and again. You are loved beyond comprehension, and you are never alone. Take a deep breath, my child. This day is sacred, and so are you. Everything you need for today is already provided. Walk in the assurance that heaven's favor surrounds you like light. You do not have to force what is meant for you. It will arrive in peace, not pressure. Rest in me and let love guide every word, every action, every thought. For in me you will find your beginning, your strength, your purpose, and your forever home. My beloved, as this new day unfolds, let your heart be still and your mind be quiet enough to hear my voice. The world rushes toward noise and achievement, but you, child, are called to live from rest, not from striving. You were not made to chase approval or exhaust yourself trying to prove your worth. You were made to dwell in the unshakable peace of my presence. Let that truth sink deep within you like sunlight through water. Calm, quiet, radiant, transforming you from within. When you rise to face the responsibilities that await, do not measure your strength by what you see. I have placed within you a well that does not run dry. Draw from that living water, the peace, the wisdom, the love that flows from me. And when your patience runs thin or your courage wavers, remember this. You do not have to summon strength alone. My spirit is your companion, your counselor, your comforter. When you are weak, then I am strong in you. There will be moments today when things do not go as planned. Interruptions, disappointments, unexpected turns. Do not see them as obstacles. See them as invitations to trust. Every interruption is an opportunity to slow down and remember who orders your steps. When plans fall apart, it is not failure. It is divine rearrangement. I am guiding you, even in detours. Do not resist them. Let them lead you to where grace is waiting. I know how easily worry sneaks into your thoughts. It begins small, but it grows quickly, taking root in your imagination until peace seems far away. But you were not meant to live in anxiety. Worry adds nothing to your days. It only steals the joy already given to you. When the voice of fear grows loud, speak my name softly, and the storm will still. Peace, be still. Those words are not just history, they are living power. Speak them over your heart and see how quickly the waves obey. When you walk among people today, see them not as interruptions, but as sacred opportunities to love. The person who frustrates you may be carrying pain they cannot express. The one who disappoints you may be struggling to believe they are worthy of love. Be patient, child. The same mercy I have poured over you, pour it over them. Love them not because they deserve it, but because I first loved you. And when you choose compassion over judgment, heaven moves through you in quiet strength. Do not let the smallness of the day trick you into believing it lacks meaning. Holiness is found not only in grand gestures, but in simple faithfulness. A smile given in sincerity, a prayer whispered for another, a moment of gratitude, all become eternal seeds. You may never see their full harvest, but I do. And in eternity, no act of love goes unnoticed, no kindness is wasted, no prayer fades unheard. Your life, even in its quiet rhythms, is shaping eternity. I know there are dreams in your heart that have not yet come to pass. You have wondered if you missed your chance, if time has passed you by. But listen, beloved, nothing I have spoken over you can be taken by time. My promises are not fragile, they are eternal. When the time is right, what I have prepared will rise effortlessly, like dawn breaking over the mountains. Until then, trust the waiting, for waiting is not punishment, it is preparation. You may feel behind compared to others. Their paths may look smoother, their progress faster. But child, comparison blinds you to the beauty of your own journey. I do not measure you against anyone else. Your story is sacred, uniquely crafted by my hands. Walk your road with peace and let others walk theirs. The path I've designed for you may be slower, but it leads to a deeper joy. When fatigue comes, pause before frustration speaks. Rest is not laziness, it is reverence. I created the rhythm of day and night so you would remember that even creation needs rest. Do not wait until you collapse to find stillness. Find it daily, even for a moment. A pause between breaths where gratitude meets grace. There in silence, I will renew your strength again. Do not fear the unknown that lies ahead. You wonder, what if I make the wrong choice? But child, when your heart seeks me, you cannot wander too far. Even when you take a wrong turn, my grace builds bridges back to purpose. Trust not in perfection, but in connection. Your closeness to me is your compass. I will guide you with my eye upon you. You are never lost when love leads. You will encounter moments today that test your patience. Traffic, misunderstanding, delay. All small fires that reveal what burns within. Let patience be your response and peace your power. Do not let irritation dictate your tone. Let compassion guide your speech. Every time you choose grace over reaction, you strengthen your spirit, and the world becomes a little more like heaven because you chose love instead of pride. You have carried burdens that others never saw. Silent fears, quiet grief, hidden exhaustion. I have seen it all. And I whisper to you now, you no longer have to pretend to be strong. Your vulnerability does not disqualify you. It draws me closer. The cracks you try to hide are the very places my light enters. Let me be your refuge, your shelter, your rest. In me, even your brokenness becomes beautiful. As this day continues, hold tightly to hope. Hope is not blind optimism. It is faith that refuses to die, even when evidence runs thin. Hope believes that morning will come even after the darkest night. When your circumstances look barren, remember, seeds grow underground first. So it is with you. Something sacred is growing where you cannot yet see. In time, you will look back and see that every hidden season was filled with holy purpose. And tonight, when the day ends and you lie down once more, do not measure success by what was accomplished. Measure it by how deeply you trusted, how freely you loved, how gently you walked with me. If peace fills your heart, then you have done well. For peace is the fruit of presence, not performance. Let your last thought before sleep be gratitude, for I have been with you every moment. guiding every breath, redeeming every step. And as you rest, know that I'm already preparing your tomorrow with love. Hey, Dave, my beloved, do not let the weight of yesterday follow you into today. Each sunrise carries new grace, enough to cover the mistakes, the regrets, and the worries of the day before. I have already forgiven what you still hold against yourself. Let go. Let the light of morning remind you that redemption is not a single event, but a daily invitation. You are not meant to walk carrying guilt. You are meant to walk clothed in mercy. My mercies are new every morning. Do not let shame silence you. It is the oldest lie of the enemy, that your past defines your worth. But I have rewritten your name in grace, and no darkness can erase what love has restored. When you stumble, return quickly. There is no distance too far, no mistake too deep, no sin too heavy that my forgiveness cannot reach. You are not tolerated. You are cherished. You are not damaged. You are redeemed. You often wonder if you are doing enough, if your life truly matters, if your efforts are seen. Hear this truth. Significance is not measured by applause, but by obedience. When you love when no one watches, heaven notices. When you forgive what others call unforgivable, eternity records it. Nothing done in love is ever lost. You are storing treasures that will never fade, and each act of faith is shaping a legacy unseen by the world, but celebrated by angels. The journey of faith was never meant to be free of struggle. The refining fire may burn, but it does not destroy, it purifies. Your trials are not proof of my absence, but of my attention. I am forging strength within you that comfort could never create. And when you feel like giving up, remember that the fire only refines what has value. Gold is not afraid of heat because it knows what it becomes after the flames. Do not fear change. The old must pass away so that the new can live. You are not losing yourself. You are becoming who I always intended you to be. Growth is sacred, even when it feels uncomfortable. When I close one door, it is not rejection, it is redirection. Walk forward with courage, for what lies ahead will make sense of what once broke your heart. Behold, I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? There are people in your life whom you must release, not because you stop loving them, but because I am calling you higher. Some relationships were for a season, and when the purpose is complete, holding on only creates pain. Do not cling to what I'm asking you to let go. Release them with blessing and you will find freedom. Every ending I ordain carries a hidden beginning. And when the right people come, they will speak peace to your spirit, not confusion. I know how tired you are of pretending you're fine when you're not. You hide your weariness behind a smile, your pain behind strength, but I see through the mask. You do not have to be strong all the time. You can come to me fragile, broken, uncertain. I will not turn you away. I am not disappointed by your humanity. I am moved by it. My strength is not for the perfect, but for the honest. When tears come, do not rush to stop them. Tears are not weakness, they are release. They water the ground of your soul, making room for healing to take root. Cry if you must, but do not despair. For every tear you shed in faith becomes a seed that I will grow into joy. Those who sow in tears will reap with songs of joy. Even sorrow can sing when it is surrendered. Do not let the failures of the past make you fear the future. Your history does not disqualify you. It prepares you. The mistakes that once humiliated you are now the soil where humility grows, and humility attracts heaven. Do not despise your journey. It has carved compassion into your soul. You are no longer who you were, and that is grace unfolding. When loneliness visits, do not see it as punishment. Solitude is where I often speak the loudest. In silence, you will discover that my presence is not dependent on noise or people. You will find that I am enough, even when no one else remains. And from that deep companionship will come peace the world cannot take away. For in the quiet, you will realize you were never alone. When you feel forgotten, remember, I am writing chapters unseen. Hidden seasons are not wasted seasons. Like roots beneath the soil, growth is happening in silence. The fruit will come, and it will be abundant, but the foundation must be strong first. Do not curse the waiting, bless it. Patience is not a delay of destiny. It is preparation for it. Do not fear the opinions of others. Their judgment cannot change what I have spoken over you. Walk in quiet confidence, not arrogance, but assurance that you are chosen. Let humility be your crown and faithfulness your robe. Do not argue to be understood. Let your peace speak louder than your defense. In time, truth always reveals itself. When the noise of life grows too loud, retreat into my presence. Even 5 minutes spent in stillness with me can restore what hours of distraction cannot. Close your eyes, breathe, and whisper my name. The moment you turn your attention to me, peace begins to flow again. You are never more powerful than when you are fully surrendered. For surrender is not losing control. It is giving control to the one who loves you perfectly. You will never fully understand how deeply I love you, but let that truth humble and heal you daily. This love does not fluctuate with your performance. It is constant, unwavering, eternal. When you fail, my love remains. When you succeed, my love remains. When you drift away, my love still calls you home. And when you return, you will always find my arms open wide. So walk through this day with your head lifted high, not in pride, but in peace. You are the reflection of a loving Creator. Every breath you take carries my design. Every heartbeat echoes my intention. You were created to live loved, not afraid. And wherever this day takes you, I go with you. You will never walk a single step without my presence beside you. Be still and know you are mine. My beloved, you have walked long through seasons of testing, yet still your heart beats with faith. Do not underestimate what that means. The courage it takes to keep believing when everything around you falls silent. That is the faith that moves mountains. When you felt unseen, I was watching. When you felt unheard, I was listening. Every whispered prayer, every trembling amen has reached my throne. You are not waiting in vain. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. You think you are standing still, but you are growing in the quiet. Waiting is not wasted time. It is sacred preparation. In silence, I teach you trust. In the delay, I deepen your roots. For roots must grow before branches can bear fruit. What you think is stillness is actually construction. I am building something unshakable within you. And when the season shifts, you will rise stronger than you have ever been. Do not despise small progress. You often look for dramatic change, yet I work most powerfully in gentle transformation. A seed breaks quietly beneath the soil before it ever touches the light. Your transformation is happening, even when you cannot see it. Keep watering your faith with prayer, keep feeding your hope with my word, and you will see what patience can produce. Be faithful in little, and I will trust you with much. You have asked, why must it take so long? My child, quick growth fades quickly, but deep growth lasts forever. I'm not merely giving you what you want. I am preparing you to hold it without losing peace. If I gave you everything before your spirit was ready, the blessing would become a burden. But when you are rooted in wisdom, even abundance cannot shake you. Trust that my timing is not delay, it is mercy. I see how you question yourself, wondering if you have the strength to continue. You look at others and think they have more faith, more joy, more discipline. But remember, comparison blinds the soul to gratitude. Your journey is not theirs. Your calling is unique. You are not behind, you are becoming. Every season, every struggle, every silence is forming something eternal inside you. You are growing in ways you cannot yet measure. When fear rises again, and it will, speak to it with truth. Fear says you are not enough. I say you are chosen. Fear says the future is uncertain. I say I am already there. Fear says you are alone. I say I will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not fight fear with logic. Fight it with faith. For light always silences darkness when you remember who walks beside you. You're learning to stand not by sight but by trust, not by feeling but by truth. Emotions shift like waves, but my word remains the shore. Anchor yourself there. When confusion comes, return to my promises. They do not expire with time or tremble under pressure. They are yes and amen. And as you hold on to them, you will begin to see that even uncertainty is a place where faith can thrive. You have faced battles that few know about, inner wars that left invisible scars. And yet here you are, still standing. That is not weakness, that is victory. Every time you chose love over bitterness, forgiveness over revenge, peace over pride, heaven applauded. You have not failed as much as you think. You have been faithful more than you realize. Your endurance is a testimony of grace. When others cannot see your value, do not let their blindness make you doubt your worth. You are not defined by who rejects you. You are defined by who redeems you. I did not choose you because of perfection. I chose you because of purpose. Your flaws do not disqualify you. They magnify the beauty of my mercy. Let the rejection of others become the redirection of heaven. Every no from man clears the way for my divine yes. You may not always understand the seasons of pruning, the loss, the silence, the stripping away. But pruning is never punishment. It is preparation for greater fruit. I remove not to diminish, but to multiply. What you surrender today makes room for what will sustain you tomorrow. And though pruning feels painful, it is the mercy that keeps you fruitful. My child, I have seen how deeply you love, how easily you give, even when it costs you. But remember, love without boundaries becomes exhaustion. Let me teach you balance. Even I rested after creation. Serve others, yes, but do not forget to let me serve your soul. I delight in restoring you, in filling what has been poured out. You cannot give from emptiness. Come to me, and I will fill you again. When you face people who misunderstand your motives, who twist your kindness into weakness, be still. You do not have to defend yourself when truth defends you. Silence is not surrender. It is strength under control. Let your peace be your witness. Time will reveal what words cannot, for I am your advocate, and no false word can undo what I have established. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when hope feels too heavy to carry. In those moments, remember this: even faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. It is not the size of your faith that matters, but the size of the one your faith rests in. Hold on, even if your grip feels weak. For when you cannot hold on to me, I still hold on to you. Nothing can separate you from my love. And as this day draws on, keep your eyes fixed not on what is seen, but on what is eternal. Your story is far from over. Every chapter that once broke, you will one day read as proof of my restoration. Keep walking, keep believing, keep breathing in grace. The same God who began this good work in you will finish it with beauty and purpose. You are not walking toward hope. Hope is walking with you. My beloved, every breath you take is a reminder that my mercy is new with the morning. You have survived storms that once seemed unbearable, and though you carry scars, those scars shine with the light of redemption. They are not marks of defeat, but symbols of endurance. They tell a story of grace that refused to let go. The world may see wounds. I see wisdom born from suffering. And I will use every scar, every tear, every broken piece to paint beauty on the canvas of your life. Nothing is wasted in my hands. You have asked, Lord, why must pain exist? Pain is not my desire for you, but it is often the soil where compassion grows. Through your wounds, you learn to see others with eyes of mercy. Through your own valleys, you learn how to walk beside those who suffer. Do not despise your hardships. They are shaping your heart for deeper love. And when healing comes, and it will, you will carry not bitterness, but understanding. There are days when you wake up weary before the day even begins. Your thoughts feel heavy, your spirit dull, your strength small. But even then, I whisper to your soul, come to me. Do not force yourself to be strong. Simply allow me to be your strength. Rest is not something you earn. It is something I freely give. Let my peace fill the spaces where exhaustion once lived. And as you breathe slowly, remember, you are safe in my presence. You worry that time is slipping away, that dreams are fading with age. But I am the redeemer of time. What you think is lost can still bloom again. I make all things new, not by restoring the old, but by creating something better. Do not look at the years behind you with regret. Look forward with anticipation, For every lost opportunity, I prepare something more aligned with your destiny. Nothing is over until I declare it complete. You may feel small in a world that celebrates power and perfection. But child, I delight in small beginnings. The greatest works of heaven often start in quiet hearts that choose to believe. Faith does not shout, it whispers and waits. You do not need to be impressive to be impactful. You only need to be available, willing to love, to forgive, to follow. For it is through humility that heaven touches the earth. When disappointment enters your story, do not let it harden your heart. I know the sting of hope deferred, the ache of unanswered prayers. But I promise you, I am still writing. Every silence holds a sentence yet to be revealed. You cannot yet see how the pieces fit, but I see the full picture. And when the time comes, you will look back and understand that nothing was random. Every delay was love in disguise. You often pray for doors to open, but sometimes I close them to protect you. What you perceive as rejection is often redirection. I do not withhold what you need. I withhold what would harm you. Even when it hurts, trust that my no is wrapped in mercy. For my plans are higher than yours, and my wisdom sees beyond what your eyes can perceive. I am working all things together for your good. When you face conflict, choose peace. Peace does not mean avoiding confrontation. It means standing firm without hatred. You can disagree and still love. You can correct and still remain kind. Let your words be gentle, seasoned with grace, for they carry power. The world may raise its voice, but my children speak softly, and their peace changes the atmosphere. If you find yourself weary of the noise of the world, come away with me for a while. Even a moment in my presence can restore what days of striving have drained. Close the door, silence the screens, and simply breathe. You do not need to perform here. You only need to be. Your worth is not measured by what you produce, but by who you are, my beloved. Rest here and let my spirit whisper peace into every restless thought. When the world praises strength, I praise surrender. When the world seeks power, I seek humility. The way up in my kingdom is always down, through service, compassion, and faithfulness. Be content with the quiet victories. Every time you choose forgiveness over pride, patience over anger, or faith over fear, heaven celebrates. For in those moments you reflect the heart of my Son. You may fear that your prayers are too small to matter, but there is no such thing as a prayer too small. I hear even the sigh you do not put into words. Your quiet, "Help me," whispered in the middle of chaos, moves heaven. Do not think that your silence goes unnoticed. Even the prayers you forgot to finish reach my heart in full. I am not impressed by performance or perfection. What delights me is authenticity. Come to me with honesty, not eloquence. I do not need rehearsed phrases. I long for real conversation. Speak to me as you would a friend, and you will feel my nearness. For I am not far. I am within the very breath that calls my name. Sometimes you think of your faith as fragile, easily shaken by fear. But remember, even fragile faith in a faithful God is unstoppable. I do not ask you to be unbreakable. I ask you to be open. Your vulnerability allows my strength to flow freely. It is not your confidence that holds you. It is my covenant. Even when your hands tremble, I never let go. And so walk this path today with quiet courage. You may not see the end, but that is where faith shines brightest. In the middle, not the finish line. Each step you take in trust writes a story of victory that will echo through eternity. Do not rush through this season, live it. Find joy in small blessings, peace in slow progress, and strength in stillness. For I am with you, now and always, leading you closer to the life I have promised. My beloved, forgiveness is not a burden I place upon you. It is a doorway I open for your freedom. You carry memories that still sting, words that echo like shadows in your mind. But I never meant for those wounds to define you. When you release what has hurt you, you are not saying it was right. You are saying it will no longer rule your peace. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Each act of mercy toward another heals a hidden fracture inside your own soul. There are people who will never say sorry, who may never understand the pain they caused, but forgiveness was never about them. It is about you. It is choosing to live unchained. Even I, who see all injustice, still choose compassion. Do you see? Love is stronger than revenge, and mercy is greater than memory. Every time you let go, you rise higher into freedom's light. You have also struggled to forgive yourself. You replay your mistakes, whispering what-ifs into the quiet. But my child, your repentance was enough. When I said, "It is finished," I meant the debt is paid in full. Stop carrying what I already carried to the cross. Let grace do what guilt never could, make you whole again. Do not be afraid of beginning again. Even after failure, my purpose remains intact. You cannot fall so far that I cannot lift you. Rise from the ashes. I specialize in resurrection. Each ending you feared is only the start of a greater story I am writing through you. Behold, I make all things new. Healing is rarely instant. It unfolds like dawn. The night does not fight the sun. It simply yields to light. So yield to my touch. Stop demanding perfection. Allow process. Every sigh, every tear, every whispered prayer becomes part of your renewal. When you surrender to the rhythm of my grace, you begin to glow from within. Some wounds are invisible, disappointments, betrayals, silent griefs that others cannot see. Yet I see them all. You have hidden them behind strength, but strength does not mean silence. Bring them to me. Lay them down like stones beside still water and watch how peace ripples outward. You do not have to understand healing to experience it. You only need to stay in my presence long enough for love to do its work. I know how your mind wanders to the what could have been. Regret is a thief that steals tomorrow's joy. Let it go. What is gone has not escaped my redemption. I weave even loss into purpose. The chapter you mourn is only one part of the masterpiece I'm still painting. When you finally see the full canvas, you will thank me even for the dark strokes. You ask how to hear my voice. It's not hidden in thunder, but whispered in stillness. You hear me when you quiet the noise of fear and listen with the heart. My voice feels like peace, not pressure, like guidance, not guilt. I never speak in panic. Whenever a thought draws you closer to hope, to truth, to compassion, know that it comes from me. You have believed lies about yourself, that you are behind, that you are broken beyond repair. But I call you radiant, whole, and chosen. The enemy points at your scars. I point at your potential. You are not the mistakes you made. You are the miracle I am making. Hold your head high, not in pride, but in peace, because you belong to me. When you fear the future, remember who holds it. Your tomorrows are not blank pages waiting for disaster. They are promises waiting for fulfillment. I have already gone ahead of you, preparing the path you will walk. Even what you cannot control is still under my care. Do not let anxiety be your prophet. Let my word define your outlook, hope, not dread. Take time to celebrate small victories. Joy is not only for mountaintops, it lives in ordinary moments. Each breath of gratitude is worship. When you laugh after sorrow, heaven smiles with you. When you notice beauty, sunlight on leaves, kindness in a stranger, that is me reminding you that life is still sacred. Gratitude keeps your heart young. There will come days when faith feels dry, when prayer feels empty. Do not panic. Even deserts have purpose. Roots go deeper when rain is scarce. I am not gone. I am grounding you. Keep showing up. Faith is not a feeling. It is a choice to trust even when you cannot trace. And I promise, living water will flow again. As you forgive, as you heal, as you grow, remember that peace is not the absence of struggle, but the presence of stability. Storms will still come, but they will no longer rule you. You will speak to the waves with calm authority because you have learned who commands them. Be still and know that I am God, that knowing, not theory, but intimacy, is what anchors you forever. Now breathe deeply, child of grace. Let this truth settle in your spirit. You are forgiven, you are loved, you are becoming whole. Nothing can undo what I have redeemed. Walk forward lighter, freer, radiant with hope. For every new dawn is a love letter from eternity saying start again, and I, your Father, will walk every step beside you until all things are made new. Nay, my beloved, courage does not mean you feel no fear. It means you rise even when fear whispers that you cannot. True courage is not the roar of confidence, but the steady heartbeat that says, I will keep going. You were not created to live crippled by what-ifs. You were designed to walk by faith, one step at a time, even when the path is hidden beneath fog. When you take that next step despite trembling, heaven calls it victory. Be strong and courageous, for I am with you wherever you go. You often wait for fear to disappear before you move, but courage grows only in motion. Each stride of trust strengthens muscles that hesitation could never build. So move forward, not because you see the outcome, but because you trust my heart. I will never call you into a place where my grace cannot sustain you. Every valley of uncertainty is a classroom of faith, and I am both your teacher and your shelter. You wonder if you're making the right decisions, if the direction you chose will lead you astray. Do not let fear of failure freeze you. Even if you take a wrong turn, my mercy is GPS that always reroutes. I am not confined to one path or one plan. My purpose weaves through detours and delays alike. Trust that as long as your heart seeks me, you cannot be lost for long. I turn missteps into milestones of grace. There will be nights when you feel abandoned, when silence sits heavier than words. But silence is not absence. It is sacred stillness. In the pause, I am speaking differently, not to your ears, but to your endurance. I am teaching you to find comfort, not in explanation, but in presence. My peace does not depend on clarity. It flows even when understanding lags behind. You may look around and see others moving faster, achieving more, shining brighter. But speed is not success in the kingdom of heaven. Faithfulness is. Do not measure progress by human clocks. My timing runs on eternity, not urgency. Those who rush ahead may bloom quickly and fade. Those who wait with me grow roots that survive every storm. Your waiting is not wasted. It is preparation disguised as stillness. You ask, Lord, what is my purpose? Purpose is not hidden at the end of the road. It is revealed with every obedient step. You fulfill your calling not only by great deeds, but by small daily acts of love. When you listen, when you serve, when you forgive, you live your purpose. Do not chase significance. Embody it. For every time you choose kindness in secret, the kingdom advances quietly through you. Fear will tell you that you're too small for great things, but my strength is perfected in your weakness. I choose the humble, the overlooked, the uncertain, for through them, my glory shines brightest. Remember David's stone, Moses' stutter, Mary's quiet yes. Great faith rarely looks impressive at the start. It begins in trembling obedience and ends in triumph written by my hand. Do not despise your questions. I'm not threatened by your doubts. I welcome them. Faith that never asks why never grows deep roots. Bring your uncertainties to me. I would rather wrestle with your honesty than be flattered by empty praise. Truth and trust are born together when you choose to stay even when answers hide. In time, the same questions that once wounded will become wells of revelation. Courage also means letting go when I say it is time. Not every place you once belonged is meant to hold you forever. When I move you forward, it is not rejection. It is realignment. You are evolving, growing, stretching into spaces your old comfort cannot contain. Do not mourn the past while I am building the future. Look ahead with hope. What you release in trust, I will return multiplied in blessing. Sometimes courage means staying when walking away feels easier. Perseverance is holy. When you remain faithful in a dry field, I can bring harvest from the dust. Your steadfastness is sacred worship. The world applauds speed, but heaven celebrates endurance. Do not quit 5 minutes before the breakthrough I have prepared. When you pray and nothing seems to shift, remember that unseen things are moving. Faith is not magic. It is movement within mystery. The unseen realm vibrates with your prayer even before results appear. Angels move at my command. Chains loosen silently before they fall. You will see in due time that your persistence has written songs of deliverance in the unseen. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you shall reap if you do not give up. Let courage also lead you to joy. Joy is an act of rebellion against despair. When you laugh in the storm, the enemy trembles because he cannot steal what is rooted in hope. Let joy become your armor. Smile not because everything is perfect, but because you know who holds perfection itself. Joy declares that love already won. And as you continue this journey, let courage and peace walk hand in hand. Courage keeps you moving. Peace keeps you grounded. They are two wings of the same faith that lifts you above fear. Do not rush ahead of grace, but do not linger behind it either. Stay in rhythm with my spirit, the pace of peace. When you move with me, every step, even through uncertainty, becomes sacred ground. Now take one deep breath, child of light. Let it remind you that courage is not far away. It is already within you because I dwell there. Walk forward into the unknown, not with trembling, but with trust. For wherever you go, you are never outside the reach of my hand, never beyond the sound of my voice, never separated from my love. I am your beginning and your destination, your shelter and your strength forever. Take heart. I have overcome the world. Oh, my beloved, surrender is not weakness. It is wisdom. You were never meant to carry every burden alone. True peace begins when you stop wrestling for control and rest in my sovereignty. You do not lose when you release. You make room for miracles to enter. When you let go of what you cannot change, my hands begin to move in ways unseen. Be still and know that I am God. Stillness is not inactivity. It is alignment with eternity. You often try to fix everything, people, outcomes, timing, as if peace could be built by effort. But peace is not the reward of perfection. It is the fruit of trust. When you surrender, you are not giving up. You are giving it to me. You cannot control the waves, but you can choose who commands your boat. Let me steer. I see beyond the horizon. I know the winds, the tides, and the purpose behind every storm. Transformation begins not when circumstances change, but when perspective does. I am more concerned with forming your character than fixing your comfort. For a peaceful heart in chaos is a greater miracle than a quiet life without purpose. Do not despise the process that shapes you. The fire you fear will not consume you. It will refine you. And when you emerge, you will shine with strength that no storm can dim. I have seen how you resist slow seasons, how you long for answers, results, clarity. But child, growth often hides in delay. Patience is not a punishment. It is a gift that prepares you to handle what you've prayed for. Do not rush what requires time. The fruit that ripens too quickly will rot just as fast. Let endurance do its perfect work, and you will lack nothing. Surrender does not mean silence. It means honest conversation. Tell me your frustrations, your fears, your dreams. I can handle them all. You do not need rehearsed prayers to be heard. I already understand the words you cannot say. Every sigh, every pause, every tear speaks the language of heaven. Come to me not as a performer, but as a child, and I will meet you with tenderness. There is a peace that only comes when you stop asking why and begin to ask how. Not why did this happen, but how will you use this for good, Lord? When you shift from questioning to trusting, the storm loses its voice. The waves may still crash, but your heart will no longer drown. For faith does not prevent storms, it anchors you through them. And when the winds calm, you will see that I was steering you the whole time. You have spent seasons trying to prove yourself, to others, to the world, sometimes even to me. But my love cannot be earned. It simply is. You are already enough because I am within you. Do not chase validation, receive identity. My approval is not based on performance, but on presence. I chose you before you could even respond. When I ask you to surrender, I am not taking joy from you. I am removing what blocks your joy. Sometimes I close doors that lead nowhere, so you do not lose years walking in circles. You call it loss. I call it protection. You call it disappointment. I call it direction. I never take without the intention to give something better. Every surrender becomes a seed that grows into freedom. Do not be afraid of the unknown. The future is not an empty space. It is already filled with my presence. I go before you, preparing divine appointments and unseen blessings. You will never walk into a moment I have not already entered. So release the urge to control and embrace the invitation to trust. Your uncertainty is the very soil where my faithfulness blooms. When anxiety visits again, do not fight it with resistance. Answer it with remembrance. Remember the times I came through when you thought you wouldn't make it. Remember the tears I turned to laughter, the pain I turned to purpose. Memory becomes medicine when mixed with gratitude. Worry forgets my goodness. Worship recalls it. Let praise be your antidote to panic. Some days will feel like walking through fog, direction unclear, purpose hidden. In those moments, don't stop. Take small steps in peace. Faith is not about seeing the entire road, but trusting the light for the next step. When you walk with me, you are never truly lost. Each act of obedience builds a bridge toward revelation. One day the fog will lift, and you will see how each uncertain step led exactly to where you were meant to be. Transformation will often require isolation. Do not mistake solitude for abandonment. Caterpillars are not dying inside the cocoon. They are becoming something unimaginable. So too are you. You are not stuck. You are being reshaped for flight. When the time comes, your wings will carry you farther than your striving ever could. Those who wait on the Lord shall rise on wings like eagles. Peace and surrender is not a one-time revelation. It is a daily rhythm. Each morning, lay down your agenda. Each night, release your worries back into my care. The more you let go, the lighter your soul becomes. And as peace deepens, joy will return. Not fleeting happiness, but steady delight that nothing can steal. For the one who trusts completely is the one who lives freely. So now, breathe slowly, child of grace. What you surrender to me, I transform. What you release, I redeem. What you yield, I multiply. This is the sacred exchange of love. Your burdens for my peace, your striving for my strength. Walk forward lighter than before, for the one who holds the stars also holds you gently and forever. My beloved, everything I allow in your life carries purpose, even what confuses you now. You see moments, I see the masterpiece. Nothing is random in the life of one who loves me. The very things you wish away often become the soil from which wisdom grows. Do not curse the process. What feels like delay is often divine preparation, shaping you into someone who can carry greater light. All things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Purpose is not a destination, it is a direction. You walk in it daily when you choose truth over lies, love over anger, peace over pride. You do not need a title to make a difference. You only need a willing heart. Every act of compassion releases heaven into earth. Every kind word, every gentle deed ripples far beyond what your eyes can see. Eternity keeps count of what the world overlooks. Do not be afraid to take small steps. Even the smallest obedience opens great doors. You pray for miracles, but many miracles begin quietly, disguised as daily faithfulness. When you show up with humility and keep trusting when no one applauds, I am building something eternal within you. The harvest will come in due time. You may not see the full picture on this side of eternity, but one day, every unseen act of faith will shine like stars in the heavens. Keep sowing in love, for love never fails. The Holy Spirit walks beside you every moment, not as a distant force, but as a divine companion. He whispers truth into confusion, peace into chaos, and courage into weakness. You do not have to figure everything out. Invite him in. Ask for wisdom before words, calm before reaction, love before decision. The Spirit will guide you not by thunder, but by gentle nudges of grace. This is the way. Walk in it. When you walk in step with my Spirit, your life becomes rhythm, not resistance. You stop forcing outcomes and begin flowing with divine timing. The anxious heart learns to trust again, and the weary soul learns to breathe. Let go of hurry. Let peace lead. The pace of heaven is patient but powerful, and when you move with it, you will find rest even in motion. You have asked me to remove certain challenges, but often I use those very challenges to reveal what strength already lives in you. Do not pray only for the mountain to move. Pray also for the strength to climb it. For every obstacle you overcome builds endurance for greater purpose. You will look back and realize that what once terrified you became the very testimony that set others free. I am not just working around you. I am working within you. You are being shaped into a living reflection of my glory. The path of purpose is rarely straight. There will be curves, pauses, even detours that seem to waste time. But child, I waste nothing. Each twist teaches you to depend. Each delay trains you to listen. You are not behind. You are in rhythm with eternity. And when the time comes, everything that once felt scattered will converge perfectly, like stars aligning for divine revelation. Wisdom does not always speak loudly. Sometimes it comes in the form of restraint, in the silence before a response, in the pause before a decision. Do not confuse quiet with weakness. Even my son stood silent before those who accused him, for strength often speaks loudest in self-control. Ask for the wisdom to know when to speak and when to be still. And remember, every word released in peace carries power. The more you learn to listen to the Spirit, the more clearly you will recognize my fingerprints in everything. You will see my beauty in the sunrise, my kindness in the stranger's smile, my grace in your second chances. The ordinary will become sacred when seen through eyes of gratitude. That is where purpose truly lives, not only in great missions, but in small moments of awareness. Live with open eyes and a listening heart. Heaven is constantly speaking. You need only to notice. When frustration rises because things seem slow or unfair, pause and remember. Delay is not denial. I often work behind curtains to prepare what cannot yet be revealed. If I were to show you everything now, it would overwhelm you. So I unfold blessings in seasons, letting your soul grow strong enough to hold them. Trust the unfolding. It is not neglect, it is nurture. Your purpose is not to impress, but to impact. Do not chase applause, chase alignment. When you walk where I lead, even quiet obedience changes eternity. You may never stand on stages, but your prayers echo in places you will never see. Your kindness can save a heart from despair. Your faithfulness can shift generations. Never underestimate what heaven can do through one surrendered life. There will be days when confusion clouds your vision, when logic cannot explain what faith requires. In those moments, close your eyes and whisper my name. Peace will come, not because you understand, but because you trust. You do not need to see the road ahead. You only need to hold the hand that guides you. Every time you choose trust over fear, you shift the atmosphere of your soul. And heaven rejoices, for another victory has been won quietly within you. When the world tries to define you by your success, remember, your value was sealed at the cross. You are not what you produce. You are who I proclaim you to be, beloved, chosen, redeemed. Let that truth silence every voice that says you are not enough. When you live from identity instead of insecurity, you walk in unshakable peace. You will not need to chase validation. My presence will be your confidence. And others will see through you what real purpose looks like. Peace that cannot be purchased, joy that cannot be stolen. So lift your head, my child. The journey ahead is not one of striving, but of steady grace. Keep walking with me. Step by step, moment by moment, the Spirit will whisper, wisdom will grow, and purpose will bloom like light at dawn. You are not wandering. You are walking in divine design. And every breath, every prayer, every act of faith brings heaven a little closer to earth through you. My beloved, gratitude is the key that unlocks joy. When your heart chooses thanksgiving in the midst of uncertainty, heaven opens wider over your life. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough and what you fear into faith. Each moment of thankfulness becomes a bridge between your pain and my promise. Look around, not with weary eyes, but with wonder. Even in your ordinary days, miracles are quietly unfolding. In everything, give thanks, for this is my will for you. You do not need a perfect life to praise me. You only need a willing heart. Praise does not deny the storm. It declares who still reigns above it. When you worship through tears, you confuse the enemy and strengthen your soul. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is already redeemed. And when your heart turns toward gratitude, peace begins to flow like a river within you. You stop striving to be blessed and begin realizing you already are. Resilience is not about pretending everything is fine. It is about rising again after you've fallen, not in your own strength, but in mine. Every time you get back up, you declare that grace still wins. You were never meant to walk without stumbling. You were meant to fall into mercy's arms and learn to stand taller. So when life knocks you down, remember, the ground you fell on is still holy because I am there. And from that place, you will rise again. There will be seasons when you feel forgotten, when doors stay closed, and prayers echo unanswered. Do not mistake silence for absence. I am still working, even when you cannot see it. The seed does not doubt the dark soil that covers it. It trusts the process of becoming. So trust me in the buried places of your life. What looks like delay is simply your roots growing deeper in faith. I have promised restoration, not partial, but complete. The years you thought were wasted are not lost. They are being redeemed. You will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Even what the enemy meant for harm, I will use for good. You will not come out of this season empty-handed. Your scars will shine like testimonies, and your pain will preach hope to others still in the valley. I know how you long for breakthrough, the moment everything finally changes. But breakthrough is not always one moment. Sometimes it is a series of quiet shifts within you. You are being transformed from the inside out. Each time you choose patience over panic, trust over fear, love over bitterness, that is breakthrough. Heaven celebrates every invisible victory you win in secret. Do not measure progress by what you see, measure it by what you are becoming. When you face disappointment again, and it will come, meet it with gratitude. Thankfulness disarms despair. It whispers, even here, God is good. You cannot always change what happens, but you can always choose how your heart responds. And every time you respond with faith, the kingdom of heaven advances quietly through your life. Your gratitude becomes your shield, your song, your strength. Renewal does not always look like new circumstances. Sometimes it looks like a new spirit within you. You pray for new surroundings, but I am giving you a new sight. The same life looks different when viewed through faith instead of fear. You begin to notice beauty again. Laughter that felt lost, hope that once hid behind sorrow. That is renewal, not escape, but awakening. You are being made new every day that you choose to see through the eyes of grace. I know you feel tired sometimes, weary of believing, weary of hoping. But remember this, hope does not disappoint when it is anchored in me. Even when strength fades, my power renews you from within. Take one more breath, one more prayer, one more step. The finish line is not far, but even now, I am running beside you. You are not failing, you are enduring. And endurance is the song of the faithful. When you wake tomorrow, do not rush into worry. Begin with gratitude. Thank me before you see the answer. Faith that thanks before fulfillment moves heaven. Every thank you in the dark is a declaration that light is on its way. And as you give thanks, your heart becomes a dwelling place for miracles. Resilience is not born in comfort, it is born in surrender. You do not need to be fearless to keep going, you only need to be faithful. Courage and humility walk hand in hand when you trust that every step has meaning. I am shaping endurance in you, not the hard kind that numbs, but the holy kind that hopes. It is the resilience that says, even if I fall, I will rise again because my God is not done. That is the song of the redeemed. Do not be surprised when joy returns unexpectedly. In the quiet, in the laughter of a friend, in the sunrise after rain, joy is my reminder that darkness never wins. It sneaks in through cracks you thought were broken because light loves broken spaces. You may think you've lost your joy, but it was never gone. It was only buried beneath worry. Now, let gratitude uncover it again. The joy of the Lord is your strength. So lift your face, my child, and look toward the horizon of hope. The morning light is not just for the sky, it is for your soul. I'm doing something new within you even now. Every broken place is being restored. Every weary corner of your heart filled again with peace. You will not end this journey empty. You will end it radiant with purpose. For my promises do not expire. They unfold in perfect time. Breathe now, beloved. You have survived storms that could have drowned you, and you are still standing. That is grace. That is victory. And I, your faithful God, will continue the good work I began in you until it shines in full glory. Walk forward with gratitude, resilience, and peace, For your story is still being written in love. My beloved, rest is not idleness. It is worship. You were never designed to live in constant motion, chasing every demand until your spirit grows weary. Rest is the rhythm of creation, a sacred pause where your soul remembers who sustains it. When you rest in me, you declare that the world is not your master. I am. The same hands that hold the stars also hold your tomorrow. So breathe deeply, release your tension, and remember, peace begins when striving ends. You have believed that rest must be earned, that only when everything is finished may you stop. But I finished the work long before you began. The cross was not the end of a struggle. It was the beginning of your freedom. You do not need to prove your worth by exhaustion. You are worthy because I have declared it so. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. The noise of the world tells you that speed equals success, but heaven moves at the pace of peace. You are not late, you are aligned. Every moment of delay carries divine purpose. When you rush, you miss revelation. When you slow down enough to listen, you will realize that I have been speaking softly all along. Let silence become your sanctuary, and you will find my voice again. Do not mistake busyness for fruitfulness. The vine does not strain to produce grapes. It abides, and fruit naturally follows. Abide in me. Stay connected to my word, to prayer, to stillness, and you will flourish in due season. Your life was never meant to be a performance. It was meant to be a partnership. When you abide, I supply. And in that connection, every area of your life finds balance. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is my presence within them. Even in storms, you can carry calm. The wind may rage, but if your anchor is love, you will not drift. Do not chase peace as though it were lost. It already lives within you, for I dwell there. When you return to awareness of me, peace returns to awareness of you. You were made to live in still waters, even in a turbulent world. You fear that rest means losing progress, but my kind of rest multiplies it. When you work from peace, not pressure, your hands move with divine precision. You accomplish more with less effort because grace replaces strain. Rest is not retreat. It is recovery. It restores your focus, renews your strength, and reminds your heart of eternal perspective. Without rest, even blessings can feel like burdens. So pause often, not out of laziness, but out of love. There will always be more to do, more to fix, more to plan. But peace comes when you trust that what is unfinished in your hands is complete in mine. The world runs on deadlines. Heaven runs on design. Every day has just enough grace for its own hours. Stop borrowing tomorrow's worry. It does not belong to you. Live today fully, and tomorrow will unfold in peace. Do not be afraid to rest even when others misunderstand it. Some will call you lazy for choosing peace over panic, but I call you wise. You are not escaping life. You are engaging it from a place of balance. Rest is rebellion against the lie that worth comes from doing. Your value was sealed long before your first achievement. Sometimes I allow seasons of quiet so you can rediscover what truly matters. The crowd cannot always follow where I am leading you. Do not mourn solitude. It is in silence that revelation matures. When noise fades, truth becomes clearer. And you realize that my presence is not fragile. It thrives in the stillness between breaths. You are never alone when your heart is turned toward me. I'm teaching you to rest not only in body, but in trust. An anxious heart cannot hear peace, even when it is spoken. Let go of the need to control every outcome. You are safe in my sovereignty. Even when life feels unpredictable, my plans remain perfect. What you surrender to me, I secure in love. When you wake in the night with worry, whisper my name. Peace will meet you there, wrapping you gently like morning light. Your thoughts may race, but I'm still the calm between them. I do not sleep, so you can. Rest is your act of faith that I remain in control. While you rest, I restore. While you sleep, I still sustain. You ask, how do I keep peace when the world feels like chaos? Guard your heart with gratitude and let my word renew your mind. Peace cannot dwell where bitterness resides. Forgive quickly. Bless those who hurt you. and you will discover that peace flows freely through hearts that stay clean before me. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. As you learn to rest in me, you will begin to see that not every battle requires your sword. Some victories come only through stillness. When you stop reacting, I start restoring. The strength of peace is greater than the noise of anger. Choose calm over conflict, and you will see how quickly I move when you refuse to fight alone. You are not helpless when you are peaceful. You are powerful. So now rest your soul, my child. Lay down the weight of control, the need for clarity, the noise of self-doubt. Be still, for you are safe. The world spins fast, but your spirit can remain unshaken. Let peace settle into your bones until it becomes your natural rhythm, your sacred heartbeat. And know this truth: you are never more alive than when you rest in me. My beloved, faithfulness is not proven in grand gestures. It is revealed in quiet consistency. The world celebrates sudden success, but I celebrate steady devotion. Every time you choose to do what is right when no one is watching, heaven smiles. For I see what is done in secret, and I reward what is done in love. Your ordinary obedience is extraordinary in my eyes. You do not have to be known by many. You are already fully known by me. You ask if your daily efforts matter, if small acts can carry eternal weight. They do. Every smile you offer, every burden you help lift, every word spoken in kindness, it echoes beyond time. The kingdom of heaven moves quietly through faithful hearts. You are building eternity, one act of grace at a time. Whatever you do it with all your heart, as unto the Lord and not unto men. Do not despise small beginnings. The grandest trees start as unseen seeds. Growth is never instant, but steady, sacred, and unseen before it is celebrated. I am not rushing you to a finish line. I am guiding you through a process of transformation. You're becoming more radiant each day, more patient, more compassionate, more like me. That is success, the unseen shaping of your soul. The mundane can be holy if done with love. Even washing dishes or tending to work can become worship when your heart is aligned with gratitude. You were not created for performance, but for presence. When you invite me into the simple rhythms of your day, nothing remains ordinary. The sacred is hidden in simplicity, waiting for you to notice. Every moment spent with me transforms routine into revelation. Faithfulness is not about perfection, but persistence. You will stumble, you will grow weary, but if you keep coming back, you're winning the battle. Each prayer whispered through fatigue is a victory. Each tear surrendered in faith becomes a seed of renewal. You are not behind, you are being refined, and I am with you in every step, teaching your heart endurance through grace. There are moments when you may feel invisible, unseen by the world, forgotten in the crowd. But I see you. The quiet sacrifices, the gentle forgiveness, the silent prayers. Nothing escapes my notice. You are not laboring in vain. Heaven is recording the story of your faith, and one day you will see how every choice written in love became part of my masterpiece. Do not measure worth by applause, measure it by obedience. Faithfulness in small things builds strength for greater ones. When you learn to trust me in the simple, you will stand firm in the storm. Character is built not in moments of glory, but in moments of quiet surrender. You become who you are when no one is watching. That is where true greatness is born. The world looks for achievement. I look for alignment. And when your heart aligns with mine, all that you do carries eternal significance. There will be days when your faith feels dry and your prayers seem unanswered. Still, show up. Faith is not emotion, it is devotion. When you continue to pray, even in silence, your spirit declares that trust is stronger than sight. Keep sowing kindness. Keep loving others, even when no one thanks you. Because you are not serving for recognition. You are serving from revelation. Learn to pause in your day to recognize me. I am not only in the miracles, I am in the moments, in laughter, in quiet breaths, in conversations that soften your heart. There I am. Invite me into your commute, your thoughts, your work, your rest. When you include me in the ordinary, life itself becomes sacred. You will begin to see that holiness is not a distant mountaintop. It is the ground beneath your every step. You wonder if your simple prayers truly matter when the world's noise feels so loud. They do. I do not count the length of your prayers. but the sincerity within them. Even a whisper of "Help me, Lord," can move mountains. Because what moves heaven is not volume, but vulnerability. Your authenticity draws me closer than eloquence ever could. The rhythm of faithfulness is not rigid. It flows like grace. There will be days of victory and days of struggle. Do not let your weakness make you ashamed. My strength is made perfect there. Faithfulness is not the absence of weakness. It is the decision to rise despite it. And each time you rise, you mirror the resurrection power that lives within you. In every generation, I've used ordinary people to do extraordinary things, not because of their power, but because of their posture. A surrendered heart is stronger than a mighty army. When you bow low, heaven bends closer. When you yield control, miracles begin to unfold. You are not small, you are strategic in my design. Faithfulness will not always be celebrated on earth, but it will echo in eternity. The prayers you pray today will bless generations you may never meet. Your obedience creates ripples that will not fade with time. Live for that kind of legacy, one that heaven honors. Be faithful with what you have, and I will multiply it beyond what you can imagine. Because when you give your all to me, nothing is ever wasted. So, beloved, continue walking with quiet confidence. Do not rush, do not strive. Each step taken in trust is sacred. The journey is not about reaching perfection, it is about deepening connection. And as you remain faithful in the daily, you are shaping eternity with every act of love. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. My beloved, pain was never meant to define you. It was meant to refine you. The seasons of breaking are not the end of your story. They are the ground where new life begins to grow. Do not despise your scars. They are not signs of failure, but of faith that endured. Every wound that you have entrusted to me becomes a window for my light to shine through. I will restore the years that the locust has eaten. When you face hardship, do not assume I have abandoned you. I am nearest when your heart is heavy. Tears are not evidence of weakness. They are sacred prayers that words cannot hold. I collect them all. Every drop, every sigh, every whisper of longing. Nothing you've endured will be wasted. Out of sorrow, I am weaving strength. Out of ashes, I am creating beauty. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is faith that refuses to bow to it. You have walked through shadows, yet you are still standing. That is courage. The very breath you take after disappointment is a declaration that hope still lives. You are stronger than you think, not because of your will, but because my spirit dwells within you. When you feel you cannot take another step, I will carry you. You have asked, why must I suffer? Suffering in this world is not a sign of my absence, but of a broken creation still awaiting redemption. Yet even in that brokenness, I remain. I bring meaning to the meaningless and healing to what was shattered. Your pain is never wasted in my hands. I am the God who turns graves into gardens and mourning into dancing. Do not let bitterness take root in your soul. Forgiveness does not excuse what was done. It releases what was holding you. When you forgive, you free yourself to heal. Resentment is a chain that keeps you bound to the past. But mercy is a key that opens your future. Let go, and you will discover the freedom you've been praying for. I know what betrayal feels like. I know the sting of rejection, the ache of loneliness. You are not walking a road I have not walked before. When you cry, I understand. When you grieve, I grieve with you. And when you rise again, I rise in you, stronger, gentler, and filled with grace. Do not rush healing. Sacred work takes time. The same way wounds close slowly, so too does the heart rebuild layer by layer. Trust the slow miracle of restoration. The pain you feel today will one day be the wisdom you offer to others. You will speak comfort because you have been comforted. That is how redemption works. Your healed places become healing for others. When everything seems lost, remember this: resurrection always follows crucifixion. What dies in faith will always rise in glory. You are not buried, you are planted. The darkness around you is not a grave. It is the soil of rebirth. Hold on to that truth even when you cannot see the light. Morning always comes for those who keep believing in the night. Courage is found in quiet surrender, not in loud defiance. When you lift your hands and say, "Not my will, but yours," heaven moves. That moment of yielding carries more power than 1,000 moments of striving. You are not giving up. You are giving in to grace, to purpose, to transformation. And in that surrender, I shape you into someone unshakable. Strength born of surrender is the kind that never breaks. When memories return and pain revisits, do not be ashamed. Healing is not forgetting. It is remembering without the sting. Each time you recall what hurt you and still choose peace, the wound closes a little more. You will reach a point where the memory no longer holds you hostage, but testifies of my deliverance. That is restoration, not erasing the past, but redeeming it. Your story will become proof that nothing is beyond redemption. The world may see your struggle, but I see your becoming. I see the patience being formed, the compassion deepening, the humility growing strong. Do not compare your process to another's progress. Every heart heals at its own rhythm. You are not late. You are not behind. You are being led perfectly according to my timing. Trust that I'm writing something beautiful even in the silence. You were never meant to carry pain forever. Let me hold it. Lay down what you cannot fix and watch me do what only I can. I make all things new, not some things, not only what seems possible, but all things. Even the pieces you think are too shattered to mend, I am reassembling with tenderness. And when I am done, your heart will shine with a beauty that only brokenness could birth. You ask, what if I fail again? Then rise again. Grace was never meant for the perfect, but for the persistent. Failure is not final when faith is still alive. Each time you turn back to me, I run to meet you, not with judgment, but with joy. For love keeps no record of wrongs, it only remembers redemption. So walk boldly, my child. You are not fragile, you are fortified. Every tear you've cried has watered the ground for your next harvest. Every trial you've endured has built a foundation that cannot be shaken. You are living proof that grace triumphs over grief, that purpose rises from pain. Be strong and courageous, for I am with you wherever you go. My beloved, you have walked through the valley and climbed the mountain. You have wrestled with fear and learned the quiet strength of faith. Every moment of your journey has been seen. Every prayer has been heard. Now, as you stand at the threshold of renewal, know this truth. I have never left you. Not for a breath, not for a heartbeat, not for a single tear. You are and have always been mine. The work I began in you is not finished, but it is flourishing. Even in silence, growth continues. You may not notice it day by day, but heaven celebrates the steady unfolding of your becoming. Every scar, every setback, every sigh has served a purpose. You are stronger now, not in your own strength, but in mine. And what once broke you has now become the ground where your roots run deep. Do not look back with regret, for nothing was wasted. Even the detours carried divine direction. Every unanswered prayer was a redirection toward something better. You have learned to wait, to trust, to breathe again. Now watch as I unfold the next chapter of your story. It will not mirror the past. It will redeem it. You have been refined by fire, not consumed by it. The flames that once frightened you have purified your purpose. The tears that once blurred your vision now wash your eyes clear to see my glory. What once seemed like endings were simply beginnings wearing disguise. Your new season is not coming. It has begun. Behold, I make all things new. The peace I offer is not fragile. It is fierce. It does not depend on circumstance, but on communion. When the world shakes, you will stand steady. Not because the storm has ceased, but because your soul has learned to rest in me. Peace is not the absence of noise. It is the presence of trust. Let that peace fill you now. Deep, steady, eternal. Lift your gaze from what is gone and fix your eyes on what is growing. New doors are opening even now. You will step into opportunities not by striving, but by surrender. Where others see endings, I see entrances. You will walk into places you once thought closed forever, and every no from the past will make sense in the light of this new beginning. Do not fear the unknown. Faith thrives there. The unknown is simply the space where I write my greatest miracles. When you cannot see the path ahead, take the next step with courage. You do not need to know the destination when you walk with the one who is the way. I will not only lead you forward, I will walk beside you every step. You are not born by accident, nor are you living without reason. Your existence carries eternal significance. Every talent, every dream, every struggle is part of a divine mosaic. You are light in a dim world, hope in weary hearts, and love made visible. You reflect my image, radiant, purposeful, unstoppable. You are my workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works prepared in advance for you to do. There will still be days when shadows try to whisper doubt, but now you know where to turn. Let worship be your weapon and gratitude your shield. Do not fight darkness with fear, fight it with faith. Every time you praise instead of panic, you proclaim victory over the enemy's lies. The battle may not disappear, but its power will. You are entering a season of restoration and abundance. The harvest from your endurance is near. What you have planted in tears, you will now reap in joy. I am opening doors no man can shut. Favor will follow faith, not by force, but by divine alignment. And you will testify that waiting was worth it all. Live each day as an offering, not an obligation. Let love lead your actions and peace guard your thoughts. When you walk with compassion, you mirror heaven on earth. The world does not need more noise. It needs more hearts like yours, anchored, kind, and steadfast. Be gentle, for gentleness is power clothed in grace. And know that even your smallest act of love is seen, remembered, and multiplied. When doubt tries to whisper that your life is too small, remember this. No act of faith is ever wasted. You are a vessel of eternal impact. The prayer you pray in private moves mountains in the unseen. The kindness you give today may save a soul tomorrow. Heaven measures greatness by love, not by scale. When your time on earth feels heavy, look up. Eternity awaits not as an escape, but as a continuation of what we build together now. This world is not your home. It is your mission field. You are light, you are salt, you are a living reflection of divine purpose. So shine boldly, love deeply, and rest in the truth that heaven is already rejoicing over you. You have run the race well, and you are still running with grace. Now, beloved, as you hear these words, let peace wrap around you like the dawn's first light. Let go of striving, let gratitude rise. I am with you, in your laughter, in your silence, in every beat of your heart. This story we are writing together does not end in sorrow but in glory. For love, true love, never fails, and my love for you endures forever. So as you step into this new day, carry this truth. You are seen, you are chosen, you are loved. The best is not behind you. It is unfolding before your eyes. Walk with confidence, for the same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. And as you walk, know that your light will guide others home to me. This is not the end, my child. It is the beginning of everything beautiful. If this message has touched your heart, share it as an act of faith. Let others hear the same peace you have found today. Like, share, and comment your prayer below, not for recognition, but as a testimony that God still speaks. And subscribe, so together we may keep spreading light across the world, one prayer at a time. For when you share love, heaven moves closer to earth. Peace be with you now and always. You are mine, and I am yours forever. She